The most entertaining basketball player alive right now is a 5'7" spark of electricity who has shocked the basketball world in ways no one could have predicted. Yuki Kawamura, the shortest player in the NBA and one of the 10 shortest in league history, stands a full foot below the league average, yet plays with a fearlessness that makes giants look small. Every time he steps on the floor, he brings a burst of magic, a flash of creativity, a moment of brilliance that feels almost impossible considering the size disparity he faces on every possession. For over a year, he has been going viral, dazzling on the international stage and then electrifying fans in Memphis whenever he touched the court. He became the underdog everyone wanted to root for, the Japanese phenomenon who made believers out of skeptics. Yet his path to this point was anything but glamorous. After a rookie season where he barely played and averaged just 1.7 points per game, most people assumed the story was over. They believed that size was too big a barrier, and that the NBA, as magical as it can be, still demands physical traits he simply didn't have. But Yuki Kawamura has made a career out of defying expectations. And just when the world counted him out, he rewrote his script one more time. Before he made headlines in America, Yuki had already cemented himself as a star back home. After winning both Rookie of the Year and MVP in the Japanese Professional League, he earned a call-up to the Paris Olympics, where he stunned the world with averages of 20 points and nearly 8 assists per game. In a tournament filled with superstars, he was the only player to finish top 3 in both scoring and assisting, an achievement neither LeBron, Giannis, nor Jokic had managed. NBA teams took notice, and the Memphis Grizzlies took a chance. They brought him in on an Exhibit 10 deal, one of the most unstable contracts in the NBA. Just getting to training camp put him in rare company, making him only the 4th Japanese player in league history. Making the final roster, however, felt almost impossible. Most fans assumed he was there for marketing, a brief experiment. Then the preseason arrived, and everything changed. Yuki became must-see television. His creativity exploded. His court vision stunned crowds. His flair and fearlessness turned him into an instant viral sensation. Play after play, he turned basketball into theater, behind-the-back passes, impossible finishes, deep threes, and chemistry with Ja Morant that fans couldn't get enough of. Even in a crowded Memphis backcourt, he earned himself a standard NBA contract. But earning minutes was a different battle. Between Morant, Smart, Bane, and others, Yuki found minutes only in late-game scraps. He played in 22 games and averaged barely 4 minutes per night. His numbers stayed small, but his impact didn't. While he wasn't getting much time with the Grizzlies, the G League became his sandbox. For most of the season, Yuki dominated with the Memphis hustle, showing the world, and the Grizzlies, that he wasn't just surviving. He was too good for the minor leagues. In the G League tip-off tournament, he quickly established himself as one of the best point guards on the floor every night. 6 games with double-digit assists. Nearly a double-double average. Games filled with breathtaking playmaking, fearless scoring, and relentless energy. Against G League MVP Mac McClung, he delivered a 16-assist masterclass. Against the Windy City Bulls, he erupted for 27 points on 11 for 17 shooting. Night after night, he made outrageous passes, sliced through defenses, and turned simple possessions into highlights. He was the heartbeat of the hustle, guiding them with confidence and showmanship. By the end of December, he had earned his biggest NBA chance yet. Against the #1 team in the league, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Yuki finally got real NBA minutes. 11 minutes, 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 for 5 shooting. A statement performance against the best team in basketball. It was the moment he had been waiting for. The moment he showed he belonged. And still, he kept elevating his play. 16 assists against Stockton. 16 points and 15 assists against Salt Lake City. 24 points and 14 assists against Texas with 6 steals. These weren't good games. They were spectacles. By the end of the G League season, his averages were eye-popping. 12 points, 8 assists, and 41% from 3. He had proven everything he needed to prove. Then came the biggest opportunity of his career. Memphis called him up for real NBA minutes in a game against the Dallas Mavericks, one of the best defensive teams in the West. Yuki played 28 minutes, his most ever, and delivered 12 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 deep threes. It looked like he had arrived. But the NBA is ruthless. The Grizzlies made organizational changes, fired their coach, shifted direction, and ultimately decided Yuki no longer fit their plans. He became a free agent overnight. Few teams were ready to take a chance on a 5'7" point guard. But Yuki trusted his journey. He believed in his dream. And then the Chicago Bulls opened the door, offering him a chance in the biggest proving ground of them all, NBA Summer League. And once again, he did not disappoint. 20 points and 10 assists against Utah. 15 points and 10 assists against Indiana. But the numbers didn't tell the full story. His passing was on another level. Deception, timing, angles only he could see. Behind-the-back lasers, disguised no-look bounce passes, nutmeg assists, and pick-and-roll wizardry. His creativity was unmatched. Every game became a reel of brilliance. By the end of Summer League, the Bulls didn't hesitate. They signed him to a two-way contract, desperate to keep him before any other team could swoop in. In training camp and preseason, he continued delivering moments that had social media buzzing. But just as his momentum was building, everything changed. A lower leg injury forced him to the sidelines. After further tests, doctors found a medical condition the Bulls kept private, and the team made the painful decision to waive him. He suddenly became unsigned again, left to rehab and fight his way back. Yet even in this setback, the Bulls allowed him to recover at their facility, a sign that his story with Chicago may not be finished. Right now, he's recovering, waiting for the next opportunity. But one thing is clear, Yuki Kawamura is special. He is an outlier. A player whose creativity and energy cannot be measured by size, analytics, or prototypes. He is a generational playmaker, an entertainer in the purest sense, a spark who changes momentum and ignites crowds. And somewhere in the NBA, one team will eventually believe in him. Because players like him don't come around often. And the league is always better when he steps onto the hardwood and reminds the world that basketball is still a game of joy. If you loved this breakdown of Yuki Kawamura's incredible journey, tell me in the comments whether you believe he'll make it back to the NBA full-time. Which team do you think should give him his next opportunity? And if you want more underdog stories, more deep-dive documentaries, and more global basketball phenoms,